Have you ever wondered if the choices you make, the places you feel drawn to, or even the struggles you face are connected to something much deeper, something from a life before this one? Take a moment to imagine. What if those vivid dreams that feel so real, those unexplainable instincts, or those talents that come naturally to you aren't just coincidences? What if they are fragments of a story that began long before your current journey? In Buddhist teachings, life is seen as a continuous cycle. Your soul doesn't hit the reset button when you're born. Instead, it carries the echoes of past lives, memories, unresolved karma, and the lessons you were meant to learn. These experiences are woven into the fabric of who you are today, influencing the person you've become and the path you're walking. But here's where it gets truly fascinating. The last digit of your birth year, something you've probably overlooked your entire life, might hold the key to understanding it all. This single number, according to Buddhist numerology, carries a unique karmic vibration. It can reveal the roles you played in past lives, the lessons you're here to master, and even the hidden purpose behind the challenges you face now. Let's take a moment to think about this. Have you ever felt an unshakable connection to a specific place, as though you've been there before? Or maybe you have fears or emotions that don't seem to fit into the life you're living. These aren't random feelings. They might be tied to who you were in a past existence. Today, we're going on a journey to uncover what this number means for you. Could it reveal that you were once a healer, devoted to helping others? Or maybe a fearless warrior, battling for what you believed in? Perhaps you were a seeker of truth, dedicating your life to exploring life's deeper mysteries. This isn't just about curiosity, it's about understanding yourself on a whole new level. By the end of this video, you'll not only discover what your karmic number is, but also how to use this knowledge to shape your future. Imagine having the clarity to finally understand why certain patterns repeat in your life, why certain relationships feel destined, or why some obstacles seem impossible to overcome. This isn't a coincidence, it's karma. And understanding your karmic number can give you the tools to not only break free from old cycles, but also create a life that feels truly aligned with your soul's purpose. So stay with me. Together, we'll dive into this ancient wisdom, exploring what the last digit of your birth year says about your soul's journey. This is your chance to uncover a secret that could completely transform the way you see yourself, your life, and the choices you make. Are you ready to take this step? To finally connect with the deeper truths about who you are and who you've always been? Let's begin. Before we explore the meaning behind the numbers, it's important to take a step back and understand the deeper foundation of this belief. In Buddhism, life isn't viewed as a straight line that begins with birth and ends with death. Instead, it's seen as a cycle, a continuous flow of birth, life, death, and rebirth. This cycle is not random. It's deeply connected to the energy we carry, the lessons we need to learn, and the karma we accumulate and resolve over time. Imagine for a moment that each life you've lived has left behind a trail of memories, emotions, and unresolved lessons. These aren't just left in the past, they are carried forward into the present, shaping the person you are today. The relationships you attract, the struggles you face, even the unexplainable joys you experience, they all carry the weight of this karmic energy. It's like a silent thread weaving through the tapestry of your existence. Here's where it gets even more fascinating. In Buddhist numerology, numbers are not just abstract symbols or tools for counting. They are vibrations, energies that reflect the essence of who you are and the journey your soul has undertaken. The last digit of your birth year, something so seemingly ordinary, is believed to hold a powerful karmic imprint. It is more than a number. It's a key to unlocking insights about your past lives and the spiritual purpose you are here to fulfill. Think about it. Have you ever felt a natural pull toward leadership, a desire to guide and inspire others without knowing exactly why? Or maybe you've noticed recurring patterns in your life, situations or challenges that seem to repeat, no matter how hard you try to avoid them. These aren't random. They are echoes of the energy you've carried through lifetimes. They are messages from your karma, nudging you toward growth and understanding. The last digit of your birth year can reveal so much. It might uncover the roles you played in past lives. Were you a protector, a healer, a seeker of knowledge, or perhaps a leader? It can point to unresolved lessons that your soul has brought into this life to finally address. And most importantly, it can shed light on the spiritual purpose that drives you at your core, even when you can't fully articulate it. This isn't just about curiosity or spiritual exploration. It's about listening to what your soul is trying to tell you. When you understand the energy behind your karmic number, you begin to see your life with greater clarity. You start to notice the patterns, the connections, and the opportunities for growth that were always there, waiting for you to recognize them. So the question is, are you ready to listen? Are you ready to embrace the wisdom your soul has carried through lifetimes? Because once you do, you might find that the answers you've been seeking were within you all along, waiting to be uncovered. This is the start of a journey to not only understand your karmic imprint, but to use it as a guide to create a life that feels deeply aligned with who you truly are. Let's take the first step together. Let's begin exploring the deeper meanings behind each number. These aren't just arbitrary labels. They represent the karmic energy you carry, shaped by lifetimes of experiences, lessons, and choices. The last digit of your birth year is like a secret key, unlocking a deeper understanding of who you are and the purpose you've come here to fulfill. If your last digit is 0, your soul is connected to the energy of renewal and spiritual seeking. In past lives, you were likely a mystic, a sage, or a spiritual guide. You were someone who sought to understand the mysteries of existence, delving into the unknown and connecting with the eternal flow of life. This profound spiritual connection often led you to live a life of solitude or introspection, where material concerns took a back seat to higher truths. In this life, that same energy manifests as a deep yearning for meaning. You might feel out of sync with the material world, as though the everyday hustle and bustle simply doesn't resonate with you. While others chase success or possessions, you find yourself drawn to questions like, what is my true purpose? What lies beyond this physical existence? But this spiritual depth comes with a challenge: to balance your inner quest with the practicalities of daily life. The lesson for you is to embrace the world without losing your connection to the deeper truths. Your path is to weave your spiritual insights into the fabric of your everyday reality, finding harmony between the two. If your number is 1, leadership is your karmic legacy. In past lives, you were a ruler, a commander, or a visionary, someone who led with determination and courage. You had the ability to make bold decisions, inspiring others to follow your lead. Leadership flows naturally through you. It's almost as if it's encoded in your soul. But here's the thing. True leadership isn't about power or control. It's about inspiring others, lifting them up, and guiding them with compassion and wisdom. In this life, you are called to step into that role again, but with a deeper awareness. You might find yourself naturally drawn to positions of authority, whether in your career, community, or even within your relationships. However, there's a fine line between confidence and pride. Your greatest challenge is to ensure that your drive to lead doesn't overshadow your sense of humility. Leadership isn't about proving your worth. It's about serving a purpose greater than yourself. When you lead with compassion and a genuine desire to uplift others, your soul aligns with its highest potential. For those whose number is 2, harmony and balance are your karmic gifts. In your past lives, you were a peacemaker, a counselor, or someone who worked tirelessly to bring people together. You had an innate ability to see both sides of a situation, mediating conflicts and creating a sense of unity. Your presence was calming, and others looked to you for guidance during times of discord. In this life, you still carry that energy, often finding yourself in roles where you naturally mediate or soothe tensions. People are drawn to your compassionate and understanding nature. However, this deep empathy can come with its own challenges. You may struggle to set boundaries, prioritizing others' needs over your own. It's not uncommon for you to avoid confrontation entirely, even when standing your ground is necessary. Your lesson in this life is to learn that harmony isn't just about making others happy. It's about creating balance within yourself. Compassion for others must be matched with self-care. By honoring your own needs, you can continue to be a source of peace without depleting yourself. Finally, if your number is 3, creativity and communication are the cornerstones of your karmic energy. In past lives, you were likely a poet, storyteller, artist, or messenger. You used words, art, or music to inspire and connect with others, leaving a lasting impact on those around you. Your voice had power, and your creativity had the ability to ignite change and stir emotions. In this life, that same energy lives within you. You may feel a deep desire to express yourself, whether through writing, speaking, creating art, or even connecting with others in meaningful conversations. But with this gift comes a challenge. You might find yourself seeking external validation, wanting others to acknowledge and approve of your ideas. At times, fear of judgment could hold you back from expressing your true self. Your lesson is to embrace authenticity. Your voice has the power to move mountains, but only when it comes from a place of truth. Don't let the need for approval dilute your message. Speak, create, and share from the depths of your heart, knowing that your gift was meant to be shared. Each of these numbers carries a unique vibration, shaped by lifetimes of experiences and lessons. As you reflect on your number, think about how these energies show up in your life today. Are you leaning into your strengths? Are you facing the challenges head-on? By understanding and embracing your karmic number, you can begin to align with your soul's highest purpose and live a life that feels truly meaningful. This is just the beginning of your journey. Let's keep going. If your number is 4, your soul carries the energy of building, protecting, and creating stability. In your past lives, you may have been a strategist, an architect, or even a community leader, someone who laid down the foundation for others to thrive. Your strength was in creating structure, ensuring safety, and providing a sense of order in chaotic times. Whether it was designing physical spaces, organizing communities, or crafting strategies to overcome challenges, your focus was always on creating something lasting, something that would stand the test of time. In this life, that same energy persists, but it may come with its own set of challenges. You might feel an innate need to control your environment, to plan every detail, and to ensure that everything follows a certain structure. While this drive can bring great success, it can also become a burden if taken to extremes. Life is unpredictable, and not everything can be controlled. Your soul's lesson in this life is to embrace flexibility and trust in the natural flow of things. Think about it. Have there been moments when rigidity has held you back? Times when your insistence on control created tension instead of peace? The key to your growth lies in finding balance, honoring your natural gift for stability while learning to let go when life calls for change. When you trust the flow of the universe, you open yourself up to new opportunities and experiences that you might otherwise miss. Your path is one of learning that true strength comes not just from building, but from adapting. If your number is 5, adventure and freedom are the defining energies of your karmic imprint. In past lives, you may have been a traveler, a pioneer, or a nomad, someone who explored the unknown, seeking new horizons and embracing change with open arms. Your soul has always been restless, drawn to the thrill of discovery and the excitement of new experiences. You carried the spirit of an adventurer, unafraid to leave behind the familiar in search of something greater. In this life, that same energy often shows up as a deep craving for freedom. You might feel restless in routines or find yourself drawn to new ideas, places, and people. But here's the challenge. True freedom isn't found in external circumstances. It comes from within. It's not about running away from what confines you, but discovering the liberation that comes from self-awareness and inner peace. Think about the moments when you felt truly free. Was it during a journey to a new place, or was it in a quiet moment when you felt completely in tune with yourself? Your soul's lesson in this life is to find that inner freedom, to understand that no matter where you are or what your circumstances, liberation is a state of mind. When you embrace this truth, you can channel your adventurous spirit in a way that brings both excitement and peace. If your number is 6, you've lived lifetimes dedicated to love, care, and protection. In your past lives, you may have been a healer, a caregiver, or a guardian of the home, someone who nurtured others, offered comfort, and created a sense of safety and belonging. Your natural empathy and compassion made you a source of strength for those around you. Whether it was through healing physical wounds, supporting emotional needs, or simply being a steady presence in times of hardship, your energy was deeply connected to service and love. In this life, that same nurturing energy remains. You might find yourself naturally stepping into roles where you care for others, whether as a parent, a friend, or a partner. But here's the challenge. It's easy for you to give so much of yourself that you forget to take care of your own needs. You might feel a sense of guilt when prioritizing yourself, as though self-care is somehow selfish. But the truth is, you can't pour from an empty cup. Your soul's lesson in this life is to find balance. Caring for others is a beautiful gift, but it shouldn't come at the expense of your own well-being. Think about the times when you felt drained or overwhelmed. Were you carrying burdens that weren't yours to bear? By setting boundaries and taking time to nurture yourself, you can continue to give from a place of abundance rather than exhaustion. Your path is one of love, not just for others, but for yourself. When you honor your own needs and practice self-care, you become an even greater source of strength and support for those around you. Remember, your ability to care deeply is a gift, and when balanced with self-love, it becomes a powerful force for good in the world. If your number is 7, your soul carries the profound energy of wisdom, introspection, and spiritual depth. In past lives, you may have been a solitary guide, a monk, or a spiritual mentor, someone who sought the deeper truths of existence and shared them quietly with those who sought your counsel. You likely spent lifetimes immersed in study, meditation, and reflection, uncovering the mysteries of the soul and the universe. Your wisdom was vast, but it was often kept within, shared only in select moments with those who truly understood its value. In this life, that same wisdom is a gift you carry, but your mission has evolved. The challenge for you is to step out of solitude and into connection. While introspection is a powerful tool, true growth happens when wisdom is shared. You are here to bring your insights into the world, to touch the lives of others with the depth of your understanding. This might feel uncomfortable at first. As someone who is naturally introspective, you may prefer solitude or find it challenging to open up. But remember, your wisdom was never meant to be hidden away. It was meant to illuminate the paths of others. Think about the moments when you've held back your thoughts, fearing they might not be understood. How often have you seen someone struggle and known you had the words to guide them, yet chose silence? Your lesson in this life is to trust in the power of your voice and the importance of your presence. By sharing your insights, you create meaningful connections that not only help others grow, but also allow your own soul to evolve. Your journey is one of balance, honoring your need for introspection while embracing the richness of connection. If your number is 8, your karmic energy is defined by ambition, power, and the ability to achieve great material success. In past lives, you were likely a leader in realms of business, governance, or community, someone who had the drive and determination to turn visions into reality. You understood how to wield power effectively, achieving your goals with focus and precision. However, with great power comes great responsibility, and your past lives may have also included lessons about the consequences of misusing that power. In this life, you are called to balance ambition with integrity. Success is still a central theme in your journey, but it's not just about accumulating wealth or status. It's about using your achievements to uplift others and create lasting, positive change. Your challenge is to align your drive for success with a higher purpose. Ask yourself, how can my ambitions serve not just myself, but the greater good? How can my achievements leave the world a better place? At times, you may feel the pressure of balancing material pursuits with spiritual or ethical considerations. There may be moments when the temptation to focus solely on personal gain feels overwhelming. But your soul's growth lies in finding harmony between the two. True power is not about control, it's about influence, inspiration, and impact. When your ambition is guided by ethics and compassion, it becomes a force for transformation, both in your life and in the lives of those around you. Finally, if your number is 9, your soul is deeply connected to the energy of service, compassion, and selflessness. In past lives, you were a healer, a caregiver, or a servant of humanity, dedicating yourself to helping others, often at great personal cost. Your heart has always been open, your empathy boundless, and your actions driven by a genuine desire to make a difference. In this life, that same energy flows through you, but your challenge is to find balance. While your instinct is to give endlessly, you must learn that giving without limits can lead to burnout. Self-sacrifice is not the highest expression of service. True service comes from a place of balance, where you honor your own needs as much as you care for others. Think about it. How can you truly help others if your own energy is depleted? Your lesson in this life is to embrace boundaries as a form of self-care, recognizing that taking care of yourself allows you to give more authentically and sustainably. Reflect on the times when you've overextended yourself, taking on burdens that weren't yours to carry. Were those moments of service truly effective, or did they leave you feeling drained and unfulfilled? By learning to say no when necessary and prioritizing your well-being, you unlock the full potential of your gift for service. Your journey is one of creating harmony between giving and receiving, between compassion and self-preservation. When you find that balance, your ability to make a difference becomes limitless. Your path is not about sacrificing yourself for others. It's about serving from a place of wholeness and strength. By honoring your own needs, you become an even greater source of love, support, and healing for the world around you. This is the essence of your karmic energy, and it's the key to unlocking your highest potential. By now, you may have started to see the patterns in your life that align with your karmic number. These patterns, these recurring themes, aren't random. They're echoes of your past lives, remnants of the lessons your soul is here to learn and the challenges you're meant to overcome. The connections are subtle, yet powerful, shaping your decisions, your relationships, and even your emotions in ways you might not have fully understood until now. Take a moment to reflect. Have you always felt an urge to lead, a drive to guide and inspire others? Or perhaps you've noticed a persistent need to nurture, to care deeply for those around you, even at your own expense. These aren't mere personality traits. They are reflections of the karmic energy you carry, energy shaped by lifetimes of experiences. If your number is 4, for instance, and you've struggled with letting go of control, this is your soul's way of urging you to trust the flow of life. Control might feel safe, but it can also be a barrier to growth. Trusting the process, allowing life to unfold naturally, is a lesson your soul has chosen to embrace in this life. Or consider the energy of 6. If you constantly put others first, sacrificing your own needs to care for those around you, this is your karma calling you to prioritize self-care. Your soul already knows how to give. Now it's time to learn how to receive. Balance is the key here, and it's a lesson that, once mastered, can transform not only your own life, but also the lives of those you touch. These patterns, while they may feel like obstacles, are actually opportunities. They are the universe's way of guiding you toward growth and alignment. Recognizing them is the first step toward breaking free from the cycles that no longer serve you. It's about understanding why certain situations keep repeating, why specific types of people enter your life, or why some challenges seem to follow you no matter how far you run. The beauty of this realization is that it empowers you. Once you see the patterns, you can begin to shift them. You are no longer bound by unconscious habits or reactions. Instead, you can approach life with awareness, consciously choosing how to respond and what to prioritize. Imagine what it would feel like to live a life free from the weight of past cycles, to embrace the lessons, integrate their wisdom, and step into the version of yourself that your soul has always intended you to become. This is the promise of understanding your karmic number. It's not just about looking back, it's about moving forward with clarity, purpose, and a sense of deep connection to who you are at your core. Your journey doesn't end with recognizing these patterns. It's only just beginning. The next step is action, taking what you've learned and using it to create a life that aligns with your highest self. Let this be the moment where you stop feeling like a passenger in your life and start stepping into the role of its creator. The power has always been within you. Now is the time to use it. How can you take this ancient wisdom and use it to transform your life in a meaningful way? Knowing your karmic number is powerful, but the real magic happens when you put that knowledge into practice. This isn't just about understanding where you've been, it's about using that insight to shape where you're going. Let's explore how you can turn this wisdom into actionable steps for your personal growth. The first step is reflection. Take some quiet time to sit with what you've learned about your number. Journaling is a great way to start. Write about how the traits and challenges associated with your number show up in your life today. Are there patterns that resonate deeply? Moments where you felt your karmic energy guiding you, or perhaps holding you back? Reflection allows you to connect the dots between your past lives and your current experiences. Meditation can also be a powerful tool here. As you meditate, focus on your number and invite clarity to surface. Ask yourself questions like, what lessons am I still learning? What strengths do I need to embrace more fully? The second step is action. Insight is valuable, but transformation requires movement. Think about the specific challenges and lessons tied to your karmic number. Are you someone who needs to set stronger boundaries, as a 6 might? Or perhaps your path, like a 7, involves sharing your wisdom instead of keeping it locked away. Whatever your number, start small but intentional. Set clear goals that align with your karmic energy. If you're a 9, practice balancing your compassionate nature with self-care. If you're a 5, lean into moments of stillness to find the inner freedom you've been seeking. Each action you take, no matter how small, brings you closer to living in alignment with your soul's purpose. Finally, the third step is growth. Recognize that this journey is ongoing. Understanding your karmic number is just the beginning. It's a doorway to deeper self-awareness and spiritual evolution. Growth happens when you consistently align your choices and actions with the lessons your soul is here to learn. This means being patient with yourself, especially when old patterns resurface. It's not about perfection, it's about progress. As you grow, you'll begin to notice a shift. The patterns that once felt like roadblocks will start to make sense. The challenges that seemed overwhelming will feel more manageable because you'll understand their purpose. Each step forward, no matter how small, creates momentum, bringing you closer to a life that feels authentic, purposeful, and deeply aligned with who you truly are. This is the power of karmic wisdom. It gives you the tools to break free from unconscious cycles and step into a life of conscious creation. The question is, are you ready to take the first step? Reflect, take action, and embrace the growth that awaits. Your soul has been preparing for this moment for lifetimes. Now is the time to honor that journey and create the life you were meant to live. Your past lives are like a beautifully intricate map, revealing the paths you've traveled, the lessons you've learned, and the challenges you've faced. But this map doesn't just stop at the past. It also hints at where you can go from here, offering guidance for the road ahead. And here's the most powerful part. While the map provides direction, you are the one holding the pen. You have the power to decide how to write the next chapter of your story. Think about that for a moment. Each choice you make, each step you take, shapes the course of your journey. You're not bound by the patterns of the past. You're free to learn from them and create something entirely new. Your karmic number is a tool, a key to understanding yourself better. But what you do with that knowledge is entirely up to you. Will you use it to grow, to heal, to transform? Now let's reflect on your number. What insights have resonated with you? Maybe it's the way you approach relationships, or the patterns that seem to repeat in your life. Perhaps you've recognized a strength you've been neglecting, or a challenge that's been holding you back. Whatever it is, don't keep it to yourself. Share it in the comments below. By sharing, you not only affirm your journey, but also inspire others who are on similar paths. Together, we can build a community of seekers, supporting and uplifting one another as we uncover the truths about our karmic energy. And remember, this is just the beginning. Your journey of self-discovery doesn't end here. It's only just getting started. Each new realization is a stepping stone toward a life that feels deeply aligned with your soul's purpose. The beauty of this journey is that it's uniquely yours. No one else can walk it for you, but you don't have to walk it alone. If you found value in these insights, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Turn on notifications so you'll never miss another deep dive into the mysteries of the Buddhist Secret. Each step you take towards self-awareness, no matter how small, is a step closer to living the life your soul truly desires. A life of purpose, balance, and meaning. So, where will your story go next? That's entirely up to you. The pen is in your hand, the map is in front of you, and the possibilities are endless. Trust yourself, trust the process, and remember, the journey isn't about reaching a destination. It's about learning, growing, and evolving every step of the way. This is your moment. Let's make it extraordinary.